I gotta let you go, brother.
Why?
Straight up, you've gotten pretty weird, man.
Yo, we need to talk. You owe me $3,000.
You gotta make a decision right now, okay?
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't done anything.
Doug, you need some help, man.
What happened, Doug?
Just been a bit of a bump. Florida, I grew up in Minnesota, but I went to college in Florida. I went to Florida State University for 4 years. I mean, a little more than 4 years, actually. So that was my experience with Florida was going to school down there. Also, my grandma did live in Florida for a number of years in Vero Beach. So we would visit her from time to time. But I think Tallahassee, Florida is more of that was a real Florida man type vibe. I remember one night I was at a party, a house party, and I met a guy who was about 5'4". He had a ponytail. His name was Rob, and he was selling ecstasy. He had a southern accent. Also, he was an alligator hunter. And that was like, this is insane, man. This guy is at a house party, a random house party. He didn't know anybody there. He's an alligator hunter and he's selling drugs. Like, that's very Florida to me. I don't know if I did any, there's no personal stories I would say that brought me into Doug as a character. I think it was more about wearing who he was, his experiences. I would suppose maybe I had some experience from having major surgery years ago where I was on a lot of painkillers. So I know the feeling, the heaviness, the slowness of being super high to your gills on painkillers. I would say I tapped into that. But otherwise, I think that Doug, like you're saying, I agree that, Doug is he sort of, he wavers. His morality is not super clear. I don't think he really knows either. So it's like one of those things where I'm just playing the reality of the moment and the reality of the character as much as I know about the character, which it was something we developed for a while before we started filming, was trying to find this voice of Doug. So I think it's just about that. It's about playing the reality of his voice, and that includes that sort of moral ambiguity you're talking about. Oh, it's so incredible to have someone have the practical effect there. It's really just, when I first saw her, because it was like we were up against a lot of it was huge delays in the creation of the Mermaid, a variety of different problems. But once I finally got to see her, I was just like, I couldn't look away. So it really helped significantly, because I think I was having the reaction that Doug would have, because I was just fascinated by this thing in front of me. It was just so lifelike and so interesting and strange looking. So, as they say, no acting required.
Did you know that the ocean is 71% of the Earth's surface? It is said that humans have only discovered around 5% of it, which leaves lots of room for imaginations to run free.
Doug.
Daddy, don't go!
Doug.
Why can't you just stay?
Because Daddy's got to go save a mermaid.
Mike's hot. Let's give him a show.
Filming Son of Zorn, it was tough. The first 3 weeks, I had a headache every single day after filming, because we didn't even have like a tennis ball to look at. I had to learn a whole new way of acting where I'm like tracking something that isn't there while speaking to it. And I got really good at it. I feel like now I have like this weird skill where you just pick any spot in space and I can focus on it and pretend something's there. That was really hard, super difficult. So, yeah, I mean, it was a really tough go at that. And also you have this thing where you don't have the actor there who's playing the character you're speaking with. So much of it came together in the edit and stuff like that. It just was, yeah, it was really difficult. But we found our legs after a little while. I mean, pun intended, I guess. Yeah, it was a hard show. I mean, I think it would have gone much longer. They planned on at least going a few more seasons. There's all kinds of stuff happening behind the scenes that was out of our control. Also, just like you're asking, the post-production of it all was just so difficult that they didn't realize how much time it was going to take to do that. And so that was another contributing factor in it not going further. But I always love hearing people who love the show because it was such a special show. I don't know. I mean, I think that's one of those things where every person sees it differently. And with Doug, that was never a thought. I was never thinking about that, anything like that. And I don't know. I don't know if I even think that some of those other characters even have that redemption arc, because it just depends on who's watching. Because some people think one transgression is unforgivable, and some people don't even notice it. I think with Doug, it's just the reality of the situation, and yeah, I was playing his perspective and getting lost in that as much as I could, because yeah, he was so different than myself personally that I had to just not really think about it too much, but just live in it. Well, I would say that everyone was incredibly welcoming. I have worked with Robert Patrick before on a movie, just for a few days on a movie my friend Ricky Bates did called Tone Deaf. And Robert is very intimidating, but he's also just one of the most wonderful people that exists. He's got so much energy and he just brings so much when you're working with him. It's just like incredible. I love getting to work with him so much on this, and we're still friends. And also Kevin Nealon, I met him on Mermaid, and he is someone he's kind of playing against type in the film. He's just just such a funny guy, such a friend, just wonderful. Everyone's so wonderful. We didn't have any problems at all with anybody whatsoever. So just that alone is such a great thing, because there's so many horror stories. I've been involved in a lot of horror stories where you have the worst person ever who's not only bad on screen, but they're bad in person, which is the double. You can't do that. You get pick one. You can't do both.
Gentlemen, feast your eyes and grab onto your sets, because you're about to witness aquatic history.
I have no idea what happens next.